The White House press corps sent a letter to Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre demanding an end to the restrictions for all of President Biden's remarks at the White House. The letter, as you can see, says, in part, the continued inability of the White House to be candid and transparent about the selection process for reporters attending his remarks undermines President Biden's credibility when he says he is a defender of the First Amendment. I know who's got plenty to say about this. Tammy Bruce, and she is here. Tammy, is it that bad that, you know, the press corps has to make a request for more access to the president?
Well, first of all, happy Independence Day weekend. And what's really bad, Ash, is that it took them so long. Yeah, it took them way too long. I mean, this is a ridiculous statement. His credibility on any issue, they're suggesting he has some. From the start, Donald Trump, of course, proved that you can have incredible access. He was one of the most accessible, if not the most accessible president to the press ever. So I think that this is a sign that there's recognition that he is a lame duck, that he is doing damage to everyone's work, to everyone's future, to everyone's outlook. And when he goes into an international arena and complains about this country, yells at the press for the most part, or says, I'm out of here, and walks away, he does continual damage to consumer confidence, to the confidence of the American people. Every time he shows up, numbers go down. It reminds not just us, but the world that he can't function properly as president.
Well, you know, Tammy, President Biden quickly left the stage yesterday, to your point, to bring this home after taking questions from just 5 reporters in Madrid. Watch this and we'll get more into it.
All right, guys. No, there's no such thing as a quick one. I'm out of here. Thank you all very much.
That is so opposite to President Trump, who would take a question from anyone just walking by. Look, the president also consistently checks a list throughout his remarks of approved reporters to take questions from. To your point earlier, Tammy, this is just, from a pure optics point of view, really poor.
Well, it's poor, but when it comes to the Press Association, that also implies that there's an agreement, that there is some kind of exchange that's going on, that his handlers would know who's maybe not going to be too rough on him. So that has to be questioned. Why are certain reporters favored and others, like our Mr. Ducey, is ignored and not spoken to? So this is a major concern. I think that the world notices that this is a collusion in a sort of way to not ask the hard questions, or to ask them but not follow up, and to be gentle. So this is not at all what the world needs. It's not just the American economy. The world is effectively at war. You've got Putin, you've got possibly 2 new members of NATO. That's not going to make this maniac happy. You've got North Korea that everyone's ignoring, that seems to be having fun with more bombs. You've got China watching all of this and filing its nails. I mean, all of this, it is a president, an American president, who is effectively the leader of the world, who cannot function. And so this affects every level. But I would end with this, Ashley.
He's not exactly,
that his handlers know. Go ahead. His handlers know that he can't, but they put him in that position anyway, and that should concern us as well.
It's almost cruel and unusual, punishment. He struggles so much. All right, Tammy Bruce, thank you so much. Great stuff as always.